Yo, what is up guys, Face here and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be going over the Season 1 Reptrotopia event that is currently in the game. Now this event obviously consists of 3 vehicles that you can get for free. It consists of the Magnate, Fixer, and the Regressor. And basically I'm going to explain how this entire event really works, how to get your hands on all 3 vehicles, and do I really think this is a great event. Now, first off, I'm going to speak about the Game Pass. The Game Pass has increased in price. If you have noticed, for me, obviously my currency is a bit different, and as you can see, the Game Pass now costs 120, where before it used to cost 80 bucks for me. Now, this can all change depending on your currency, but I'm sure you have realized that it is more expensive. However, it is more expensive for a good reason. Nowadays, with the new event or new premium or battle pass, you can now get obviously Kitcoins, and these Kitcoins allow you to get the new tanks. And the first one is called the Magnate, a tier 7 Indian Panzer lookalike vehicle, and I'm sure it plays a lot like the Indian Panzer, and I'll be going over fully in depth once I have all these tanks, but I'm going to give you just a basis on how that tank performs. So as you can see, you can get something called Kitcoins. These coins are a currency needed to research and buy those vehicles that I spoke about. Now, every battle pass is, as you can see, you can get about 3,900 Kitcoins. That is all you'll get for each battle pass, and this Retrotopia lasts for 90 days. So obviously it's 3 months long, meaning that you'll need to buy Game Pass 3 times in order to potentially research everything in here. Now, obviously you only get 3,900 Kitcoins every single month, basically, because you only get 3,900 in every single battle pass. Now, maybe they will have more Kitcoins in the future battle passes, because you cannot obviously research every single vehicle here and completely kit them out with all their guns, as you'll need 78,000 Kitcoins. And if you only get 3,900 Kitcoins from the battle pass currently, then obviously it's going to be a lot very hard to get to that point. Now, you must know you can get Kitcoins in other ways besides just the Operation Pass or Battle Pass, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, you get 3,900 in June. Now, it says June there, so maybe you can get more for other battle passes. I'm sure that might be the case. You can also get it from an events and quests, so I'm assuming Wargaming will release a few events alongside this event in the coming months, and you may be able to get some Kitcoins from them. Now, bonuses from store purchases. This means that when you go to buy gold, you can now get Kitcoins while buying gold. And as you can see, if you spend about $100, I believe this is in translation and conversion, you get 19,500, which means obviously you need 78,000 to get the vehicles. Now, obviously 19,500 is quite a little if you take it into consideration of how much this is. You're going to have to spend like $1,000 if you wanted to just skip forward it through the entire event just by purchasing these bundles. Obviously, you only get 1 of each. There's only 1 left, so you cannot do it that way. Now, you can also get it from purchasing other bundles, like the current one, which is the Warhammer Skulls. I have done a little review on these vehicles. Now, you can get Kitcoins from them. You get 3,900, and if you may have noticed that the first vehicle costs 3,900 to get. Now, you only need 3,700, but obviously you would like to kit out the gun at least once, so you can improve it a bit. But 3,720 is to get the first vehicle. Fourthly, we have weekly rewards for clan missions. Now, obviously you can get Kitcoins from completing clan missions now, which is very nice. Obviously, you do want to get and receive more clan or Kitcoins. Now, you don't get them from these weekly supply containers, unfortunately, and you cannot get them from these containers either, so it is only from clan missions. Now, if you don't have an active clan, then I would probably suggest that you leave your clan for now and then go to a clan that is very active so that you can get all the rewards when Kitcoins come in here, as obviously you'd want to get as many Kitcoins as you can. And then lastly, or second lastly, you can get them from rating battles in Silver League or higher, and then you get them for completing missions like somewhat that we had previously for ratings battles. Obviously, you get this small little event that you have here, and this is probably one of the events that Wargaming is talking about as a means of getting your Kitcoins. Events and quests, that is probably one of them, and you can get about 230 Kitcoins just like that for playing a few games. Now, also you can get them through tournaments, which is very nice. So Wargaming is letting you and giving you many options to get these Kitcoins, and because of that, I think they're pretty nice. You can complete this entire thing if you put a lot of time into it. If you get up to level 12, you can basically get the tank right away. However, as you can see, there's a bunch of equipment slots, and these equipment slots improve the vehicle each step you go up. As you can see, by the time I reach the last gun, the gun has improved a heck of a lot. So the tank, when you first get it, is actually going to be pretty bad. It's going to be an awful vehicle. as soon as you get it. So don't think, oh, let me go and quickly maybe pay for a bundle so that I can get this vehicle right away. You're going to get a very, very crappy vehicle in the beginning. And you'll need to obviously get all these equipment slots until you can actually make it a pretty viable tier 7 medium tank. And as you can see, that costs 12,200 Kitcoins. Now, if you just had to take battle passes into perspective, I should say, and use that as the only means of getting these Kitcoins, it'll take you 3 battle passes. Now, why I say it's going to be pretty expensive if you're just using the battle pass as a means to get out the tank is that even 3 months won't even get you enough Kitcoins to fully max out that tier 7 vehicle. And obviously it's not going to be great if it's not maxed out, and because of that, I mean, it's more expensive to get one tier 7 collectible tank that is new than it is to get 2 tier 7 tanks that are old and aren't that great, but I mean, it is 2 tier 7 vehicles, and obviously you can sell them for gold. Well, an increase of $3, which mind you, it isn't a lot, but you would assume to get maybe 2 million credits and maybe 2,500 gold and like 75,000 XP. Just a slight increase, but I guess it's fine. You're getting the exact same thing, but the potential to get a tier 7, tier 8, and tier 9 vehicle for free in the long term. Now, obviously, you need to complete all of them. Now, the Magnate, as you can see, when it's stock, is pretty bad. It's not the greatest vehicle. It looks like a Panther when it's stock, and then when you max it out, it looks like an Indian Panzer, which, mind you, it does look like a very nice vehicle. It looks very cool. I like the aesthetic of it. I'm not usually a fan of these like very crazy camouflages or kitted out tanks, but this does look pretty sweet. Even for it being stock, you still get like that legendary camo-esque vibe, and I must say, it looks really good. Now, I'm assuming these tanks are going to play a little bit better than their counterparts. Obviously, the Indian Panzer is a tier 8 vehicle and not a tier 7, so I am wondering if it's still going to be a very good tier 7 tank playing somewhat like the Indian Panzer, or will it just be a worse choice than the Indian Panzer at a lower tier? The next one is called the Fixer. Now, the Fixer obviously looks like the Super Pershing, a tier 8 premium tank that you may have noticed. Now, stock, this tank still looks pretty good. I won't lie, the camouflage isn't the craziest thing, but it still looks pretty good. And yeah, it looks like a total turd on its turret when it's stock, so obviously you'd like to max it out in order to make it effective. Just all 3 of these vehicles will be pretty much useless vehicles before you fully max them out, as they're just going to be horrendous at that tier. Now, obviously, this is going to be a more armored Super Pershing, and a little bit better than the Super Pershing, looking at the stats. Now, the Regressor is obviously the 50 TP, the tech tree vehicle that you can get. Now, yeah, I don't know if it's still going to be a viable option to really grind out and pay for these battle passes if you can obviously get these vehicles for free. They might be a little bit better. Like I can see already, this plate on this vehicle looks a bit smaller than the tech tree variant, and the upper plate looks to be a bit more stronger than the tech tree variant. I'm sure these tanks will be better than the tech tree variants, because I don't think Wargaming would really screw us over that bad, and you are going to be the one to decide if all this time that you're going to put into this event will be worth it for these 3 vehicles to you personally. Now, to me personally, I would rather just play the tech tree vehicles or the premium vehicles that I do own already of these vehicles, like the Magnates at tier 7. I don't really play tier 7, so this is not the greatest or exciting vehicle there is. My most interested tank in this is the Regressor, I should say, and it's the most exciting to me because it is a tier 9 collectible vehicle, which means you can sell it for gold. And yeah, I just think you would rather play the tech tree tank that is free instead of spending a lot of hours and time just to get these tanks for free. Obviously, they are for free, so don't go and complain now, oh, it's so hard to get it, and then Wargaming sucks because they're so hard to get. Now, they are free, so you can't complain. If it is hard, it doesn't matter how hard it is. You cannot complain about getting something for free because just because it's hard. Like, you're a sissy if you really say things like that. So yeah, just be appreciated that you can get these tanks for free, because I doubt Wargaming never used to give us the light of day back in the day. Back in like 6 years ago, there was no talk about free team vehicles, especially 3 in one event. Anyways, hopefully this video kind of instructed you and helped you understand how this entire event works. Obviously, I'll have individual reviews on these vehicles once I do receive them, if I do receive them, and if I do decide to work and put a lot of time into these vehicles. But personally, if you want my own opinion, I don't think they're the most fantastic vehicles, as you can get free variants of these vehicles. I wish Wargaming kind of made something a bit more spectacular, not even spectacular, but a lot different. I don't want a vehicle that when I look at it, I immediately see an Indian Panzer or a Super Pershing or a 50 TP. I wish they put some detail into making new designs. Obviously that costs more, but I mean, they're a multi-billion-dollar company. I'm sure they could put some more time into designing brand new vehicles that we have never seen before. But that's my thoughts on this event. Let me know what you guys think of my thoughts on this event, and if you are going to personally grind this entire event out. If you did find this video informative and enjoyable, please let me know by leaving a like and subscribing, and also leaving a comment down below. It really helps me out and I greatly appreciate it. We're almost at 500 subs. I need about 40 subscribers left in order to achieve that, and I can't be more thankful. But anyways guys, that's it for me today, and I will check you guys in the next one. Cheers.